When did I last clean that? People normally can do their little slouch of disappointment when they find something that's dirty or disgusting in their home. But no, not when you're a YouTuber. You find that as an opportunity. You know, your time to shine and show everybody that you're human too, and to show everyone that there's things in my home that I'm also not proud of. I'm going to guarantee that 3 or 4 of these things in your home need clean too, and maybe even all of them. So let's get right to the video. The first overdue item I'm going to clean is inside the trash can. It's so easy for the trash can to get pretty gross. We moved a few months ago, and I honestly have not cleaned the inside since we moved. And we've had a lot of chaos in life between now and when I last cleaned it. The bottom of my trash can nicely comes out so I can easily wipe it down and wash it. I seem to get a lot of trash right by the hinge area too. It's a pain to clean, but an old toothbrush helps get into hard to reach areas. I like to use Method All-Purpose Cleaner. It seems to get sticky and greasy residue up with ease, but honestly, I'm no expert trash can cleaner here. Next up is my good old loyal coffee pot. There every morning to brew my cup of joe, or night for me since I like to drink iced coffee. The least I could do would be to give it a nice clean, right? But who has time for that? Fortunately, I found a simple way to do a quick clean. I start by removing the filter container and cleaning it out with dish soap and warm water. Then I give it a quick scrub with my bottle brush to really get the grooves cleaned. Then I use the same brush to clean the coffee machine itself. It gets pretty gross after not a lot of uses. Then I use vinegar to run through the machine itself. I use approximately half vinegar and half water. The vinegar helps to get tough stains, mineral deposits, and bacteria out of areas I could otherwise not reach. Then I let the coffee pot clean itself by running the cleaning cycle, which is really just a slow cycle. If your coffee pot does not have this, running a regular cycle will work just as well. Look at all that grime that was cleaned out. Since I'm already in the kitchen, let's tackle the toaster. A few breadcrumbs doesn't stop me from using it, but come on, we all know it needs cleaned more often than it gets cleaned. Unless you're someone who cleans it every time you use it, in which case, who are you? I always try to clean my toaster next to the sink and trash can, because it can easily make my floors look like some ants were celebrating New Year's Eve with breadcrumb confetti. In order to get some of the burn marks and grease off the toaster, I used a magic eraser with a spray of dish soap to cut through the grime. My toaster didn't look absolutely perfect, but it did look a ton better. I just let it dry upside down to make sure no water got inside. Sometimes I like to follow a simple cleaning method that I like to call out of sight, out of mind. You know, if you can't see it, it doesn't need cleaned right away. Come on, I know I'm not the only one. And now back to reality with another neglected area. Behind the toilet paper roll. Not everyone may have the same setup, and we often clean our bathrooms, but who removes the roll to clean behind it? If you're watching this video, there's a good chance you're the only one in your house that changes it. So you would know how often it gets cleaned back there. Yeah, it's probably been a while. Next up, in disclosure, this is a satisfying clean for me. It's the fans in my house. This often happens at the end of a warm weather spell. The fans are constantly running, and when I turn them off, they're embarrassingly dirty. I didn't realize my house was on the brink of turning into a dust globe. A fan can be an intimidating thing to clean because there's so many different little areas to clean that are not necessarily easy to clean. I do find it easiest to clean a fan by taking it apart. I like to use my handy dandy cleaning toothbrush to get most of the dust off of the fan guard. Then I can wipe the fan blades clean with a warm soapy towel. With a little TLC, the fan looks brand new, and now I don't have to worry about all the dust and dander being blown all over my house. I mean, look at that before and after transformation. Satisfying. Another closely related thing I know I forget to clean is the air vents in my bathroom. I usually do not let it get this bad, but we recently moved here and this poor vent was like this. No worries, within a few minutes I was able to pull it down and clean it up like new. I also use a toothbrush and warm soapy water to clean this vent cover. Whenever I'm cleaning in tiny hard to reach areas, I always rely on a cleaning toothbrush. Who knew an old toothbrush would come in handy so often? Lastly is the vacuum cleaner. I go in waves of how well I keep up on my vacuum cleaner. And at my last house, I would just take it outside and clean it with the hose, which is much easier and less messy. But for now, I will be cleaning it in the bathtub, which seems to be my go-to place right now to reduce any messes. Each vacuum cleaner is different, but I know they all come apart in various ways. My vacuum cleaner was in desperate need for this deep clean. When vacuum cleaners are dusty and dirty, they just do not work as well. And I use my vacuum cleaner a lot, so I want it to be working the best it can. I clean mine quite simply by using warm soapy water to clean the filters and then rinse it until the water runs clear. The vacuum cleaner is another thing that's kind of satisfying to clean because there's a huge transformation with little effort. Who else gets their hair all caught up in the brush of their vacuum? It almost makes me want to shave my head. Just kidding. But phew, this gets pretty gross. I really appreciate you watching my video. I'm going to be trying some cleaning routines in upcoming videos to tackle cleaning my home in a simple way. I'd love for you to join me by following along. Hey, I just wanted to pop in and say thanks for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want to be sure not to miss my future content.